And we're going to move a little from the very top today. And I've been doing quite a bit myself in my own practices for the neck and for the shoulders and getting that nice freedom of mobility. I think when things are happy in here, we definitely feel a bit better and sunnier in life. So we're going to actually just begin there by nice, comfortable seat, but tall, sitting tall, and moving the neck with the breath. So taking a breath in and letting the chin rise up, and a breath out and the chin coming down. Go at your own pace there with the breath, just tuning into breath and an elegant movement of your head. We are nodding yes. Metaphorically, we could say yes to a few things in life today. Warm sunshine on the heart, loving kindness, compassion. We'll bring the chin in towards neutral. And you can do this one breath per move or just focus on your breath, moving freely as you do the movement, which actually I like to do more and more. But we're going to turn the head over the right shoulder and then gently back to center and over the left shoulder. Let's try that again. Just notice your range of movement from one side to the other. Going back and forth gently. Coming back into center and then taking one ear to a shoulder. See if you can nudge your chin a little upward. You'll get a little more ear to shoulder. Come back gently through center and to the other side. So not just trying to get the ear to shoulder on a linear aspect, but try to tip your chin up a little bit. You can feel that pulling into the ear and all sorts of things. Lovely. Bring it back into center. Super. So I'm going to use touch now with movement, and that will actually really increase lubrication, warming the tissues as well as circulation. So we'll take a hand to the shoulder and we're going to gently roll the shoulder while we squeeze, using perhaps good imagery here of, think of a sponge squishing, cleansing a sponge. Are you able to multitask and focus on your breath? Oh, I'm just getting disheveled. I like it. All right, then we can let that go and just begin to tap over that side of your chest while you start to take your arm back and press your fingers back in space. Lovely. Relax the tapping arm. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Sorry, right ear to right shoulder. And again, start to turn the chin up a little bit. Taking a breath or two. Where do you feel the stretch? And then gently open and close your fingers. So you make a fist and then stretch. Make a fist and stretch. Great. I'm going to be sneaky cheek here and push my head back up. Pushing the head back up and sweeping this arm across the body, tucking underneath, pulling in, then turning the head to look over the shoulder. And the reason is just not to make jarring movements for the neck, for that little nudge with the finger. And then awareness of the lung that's underneath the arm that you're crossing over. Can you feel each breath is filling your lung and moving your arm? I feel like I'm inflating a little balloon. And of course, you kind of are inflating your lung there. Super. Bringing it back into center. I'm going to shake that arm out a little bit, like dusting off a cloth, and then brush down the arm from the shoulders to the fingertips. All these receptor awakening movements. Lovely. Just give yourself a moment just to check in the two shoulders or the sides of the neck, how that feels. Any little shift or change, record it. Nervous system gets an update. All right. I like that. I feel some more settled, comfortable shoulder, less stress it feels in my brain when I do that. So, other side, you can take a hand to the shoulder and you're squeezing. It's flesh you're squeezing, by the way, not bone. You can't really do much with the bone there, but roll the shoulder while you give a squeeze. And we are squeezing away tension. It's like everything's squeezed away, wrung away. Mm. Very nice. All right, then we're going to take the right arm back, point the fingers back a little bit, go back to where, where you can, and just gently tap around the chest and a little bit of neck, but very gentle. If you touch the front of the neck, you must be very careful there. All right, and we'll rest that arm and try to bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Again, could you tilt the chin up a little bit? Find where this stretch serves you. Make sure you're breathing. Notice I'm kind of gripping my left hand a little bit, so relax your other hand, breathe. And then see if you can open and close your fist of the arm that is back. Maybe you notice how that pulls a little all the way up the arm into the neck. Mm. Mm. All right, we're going to use a finger and push the head back up. Cheat's way of doing it, just so that you're very gentle to the neck there. And sweep the arm across, give it a hug in, and turn the head to look over this shoulder. Observing your breath, of how the lungs fill, expand, and then release, let go. Mm. Great. Let that gently release. Both arms can relax by your sides. And we're going to roll both shoulders up and back and down, giving a lovely massage in there. Ah, feels so good. So good. All right. Now, this one isn't necessarily for everyone, but just some neck circles. So there's a lot of reason why it's not great to do complete neck circles. So you must figure it out for yourself. But what I think we can do is, for example, semicircles. So I'm thinking of a smile or an umbrella. So bring your chin to your chest and then let yourself paint a smile as your chin goes to the right, comes back down through center and to the left. You can do this a few times and decide on the scope of your smile here that you're painting. You might hear a few little sounds, little crickle crackles. But see if you can make the smile perhaps a bigger smile. Exploring the range. Super. Bring the chin back into center. Now let the chin lift up. Now think about umbrella. So you could take your chin down a little bit to the right, back up and across to the left. Remember to breathe and try to relax your hands. Like I notice my hands kind of want to grip a little bit as I do this. Again, see if what's the scope of making that sort of semicircle a little bit higher up? And then explore, I don't know, like a semicircle or three-quarter circle anywhere on the dial. You could change your direction. And of course, some of you may do a complete circle and all of that, but I like this as a first step and maybe an only step. Getting out all of those little crickle crackles. And we are finding our way back to center. Last of our neck warm-ups, one hand on top of the other and squeeze while you gently move the head. I mean, a nod is probably the best one here. I feel like I'm a little cat picking up a kitten by the scruff of the neck. All right, then we'll support the base of the skull. Hopefully it's not too bad to have your elbows up here. And tilt our way to the right, stretching the left elbow up, and a little bit of a tilt up with the head. Lovely, coming up through center and a tilt to the other side. And I'm just tilting a little bit to look up there as well. Let's try that again. One more each side. Nice tilt up. You can support your head. That's what feels so good there. And one more again to the other side. Coming back in through center, let's turn the head to the right. You can pull the right elbow back a little bit, push the left elbow forward a little bit. Taking a breath. And then coming through center and to the other side. Lovely. Bring it back in towards center. You can release the arms down, give things a little shake, a little shimmy, stamp it out. So we're going to do some more kind of regular poses and movements, but we'll add the movement of the head in. And so I like that little warm up to really get more fluid when it comes to adding the movement of the head to our other poses. And I like exploring this kind of yoga. It's called Vini yoga. It's movement within the yoga, but it's very gentle, subtle movements. And I'm kind of enjoying that. It's a nice, relaxing focus. All right, so we're going to begin with some twists. So I'm going to throw you in a little bit here and do some reach and twists. And never forget your breath is going to flow. And you might even start moving on your chair a little bit. So it's not only the spine here, but the pelvis, the legs are moving a little bit. You can move to different dimensions. Nice stretch and reach. Good for massaging the lunge. That just gave a lovely gurgle. All right. We'll center it and start to reach up and side bend a little. And so I'm moving us a little more so the pace is up a little bit. If it's too much for you, slow it down. Very nice. And then come back into your twisting. Super. We'll dial it down a little now and have the fingers touching in front and do some twisting, but this time the head is going to turn the opposite to the fingers. So if you twist your body to the left, your head turns to the right. And twist the other direction. And again, twist, turning the head the opposite. And twist again. And again. And again. Bring everything to center. We're going to do our classic seated twist to the right. So you can touch your leg, the back of the chair. Turn your head as far as you can go. It's the head that can do the max turning in our spine, right? So pause there. Take a breath or two. It's really nice. Massaging your organs and your spinal joints. Keep the twist, but we're going to just turn the head to look over the other shoulder. Beautiful owls today. We're all owls. Turning back to look over the first side. And I'm beginning to turn the head to look over the opposite shoulder. And then one more looking back and turning back again. Great. Bringing everything back into center. And I encourage you to notice your range of motion as you do this more. Does it maybe give you a little more range by the third time or something like that? Okay, so we'll do our seated twist, and we can do classic seated twist and enjoy, this lovely spiral shaped, like a spiral staircase to spine. And then check in your range of vision. What could you see? Checking in, the breath is flowing. And then we'll begin to become rather owl-like and turn the head. So really from just the top and turning all the way to look back. Again, turn to look back. And one more turn. Turn to look back, and maybe you can see a little further. I've notched it along a bit. And then we'll bring it back into center. Lovely. Let's take a look up to the ceiling and down to the floor. And then one more, looking up to the ceiling and down to the floor. Great. We're going to mix it up a bit so you can bring your head to neutral. So playing around with the eyes and releasing tension from the eyes, it's super head releaser, neck releaser too. So let's look up. Head doesn't move, look up to the ceiling. Head doesn't move, look down to the floor. Let's try that again. Of course, if you want to breathe in while you do one and out while you do another, if it helps you. But try not to move your head. We're going to do that one more time. I can really feel those eye muscles getting as stretched. Then we're going to look up and move our chin up. So head looks up, eyes look up. Head comes down, eyes look down. Oh, this is my favorite teaser coming now. And I notice my hands are getting ready to grip. So just give our hands a shake out of the hands and watch your hands in the background. Are you tensing your hands when you do this? So I'm just warning you as somebody who does this. So relaxed hands. Okay. So we're going to lift the head up, but look down. And then head goes down, eyes go up. Let's try that again. Head goes up, eyes look down. And then head goes down, eyes look up. We're going to try one more of those. And it's like head goes up and I can see my bottom eyelashes, my bottom eyelids. And then head goes down and I can see eyebrows. Can you see that? Maybe. All right. Release it, coming back to center. So they really give good stretches into the eye muscles. But of course, we could do that by turning the head too. So head stays still, eyes to the right, eyes to the left. Relax your hands and breathe. Eyes to the right, eyes to the left. One more, eyes to the right and eyes to the left. Okay, turn the head and the eyes to the right, head and the eyes to the left, head and the eyes to the right, head and the eyes to the left. Head to center. Guess what's coming? You're going to turn your head to the right, but the eyes to the left. Ooh, this is a very sneaky maneuver. You do espionage move. Switch it to the other side. Head to the left, eyes to the right. Ooh, tricky. Gotta breathe. Try one more each side, see how it goes. Can you take the eyes and the head in the opposite way? And one more. Oof. Bring everything to center. It's fun to try these because they are sometimes a little tricky to coordinate. You know, the mind's like, don't know if I can do that. But this is great for training your ocular vision vestibular system, which is what we're going to do a little bit of today, and that's your balance. So we better get moving because we've done a lot of that, a lot of kind of warm up for that. But take your legs wide and circle out. And it's interesting when I practice these in other yoga classes with people in standing classes that people really are shocked about their balance from these tiny movements of the head and the eyes. All right. So we're warming it up. We're going to take a quick journey to get the lower limbs warmed up for some standing. So we'll take a leg and bring it in and hug it in. We'll give it a nice circle. Change your direction. Lovely. And to the other side, same thing, just warming up the hip joint, lubricating it with a nice roll of the ball in the socket. And take your direction the other way. Great. We're going to warm up the knees with a simple flourish of the hands, stroking, caressing, hugging, warming. And see if we can reach down to the ankles and rub the ankles. All right, coming up, coming up, coming up. Let's move the ankles a little bit. So actually we'll take both feet and we're going to patter both feet. So point and flex, and you can't see. So where you don't have to lift your legs super high. Just I think the camera needs to catch my feet here. And then circle the feet. You can do a little higgledy-piggledy. One does one thing, one does the other, or they do the same. Just getting a nice freedom of movement there. And then pity-patty the feet. And I think we're getting ready now to do a little practice for standing. Do what you can. If you don't want to stand today, of course you don't have to, but it's going to be a little balance fun today. Otherwise, we'll come forward and widen and then see if you can lift up. I think of this as like being on a rocking chair, but it's a very, I don't know, self-propelled rocking chair. And yeah, let's see, can we use a little momentum here and get ourselves up? Nice strong legs. And yeah, brilliant. We're going to do a little shake out, get the proprioceptive system awakened. So shake out an arm, shake out another arm. It's up to you now if you want to hold the chair or not. Could you shake out a leg and shake out a leg? We're going to do that again. Shake an arm, shake an arm, shake a leg, shake a leg. That's good expression, isn't it? I'm going to try that one more time. Shake an arm, shake an arm, shake a leg, shake a leg. Good balance. Then we're going to shake one side, shake the other side, shake opposite. So an opposite leg and an arm, an opposite leg and an arm. Good job. So already a little bit of a balance teaser. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to stand independently if you can, and close your eyes. So if you can close your eyes and feel your posture and also feel your breath. You might notice there's a little bit of a postural sway, which is natural, normal. Okay, I'll ask you to open your eyes for a moment, and I would recommend if you feel unsteady, even though these are very subtle moves we're doing, it might be nice that you hold the chair or have the chair there. Try not to hold the chair, but just to know that the chair's there, that you can feel safe and steady. And then close your eyes again. Nice flow of breath. And without moving your head, just begin to look up and down. Even though your eyes are closed, your eyes move up, your eyes move down, your eyes move to the right, and your eyes move to the left. You can try that again. And you can make a circle with your eyes closed. Circle the other way with your eyes closed. Very good. And we'll open our eyes. I don't know if anybody noticed that you feel like, certain directions may make you feel just that little unsteady. So again, use the chair there if you want to, if that helps. So just standing into mountain pose, and we'll just take a breath in and lift the chin and lower the chin. And again, lifting the chin and lower the chin. Now we can try it with the eyes closed. Lift the chin and lower the chin. Is it okay with eyes closed to do that? And then we can turn the head to look over the right shoulder and the left, but with your eyes closed. So when I say look over the shoulder, I don't mean that, do I? Can you take ear to turn it across the shoulder? And then head to center and ear to shoulder, to one side and then the other, all with eyes closed. To try. All right. Check in that that feels all right. We're going to do something to challenge the balance now. So I'm going to give you a couple of options. But one option is to pin the feet together to have a narrow base. That's our first option. And just to try that, let's try that with the eyes closed. Can you nod the head? Yes. Can you turn the head to say no? And can you bring an ear to the shoulder? And back to center and open the eyes. And there I can feel now I've got a narrower base, I'm feeling a little more wibbly. So check in that everything's okay and you've got your chair there. So then we're going to try this one. You're going to put one foot gently in front of the other. So I've got the heels touching the toes of the foot that's behind. All right. And then just stand and notice that becomes more of a balance challenge. Keep your breath flowing, relax your hands. With the eyes open, could you gently nod the head up and down? Could you turn the head left and right? Ooh. And then could you bring an ear to a shoulder? And bring it back to center. If you feel like trying that again with your eyes closed, if you're not steady with your eyes closed, do it again with the eyes open or pop a finger on a chair if you feel unsteady. But see how that goes. Could you nod your head with your eyes closed? Or turn the head with your eyes closed. Make it very gentle. Or bring ear to shoulder. Oh. And then come back to center. Shake everything out. So I hope that went well for you because it is actually more of a challenge than you might think. We're going to try the same thing, but with the other foot in front. And again, it changes the game quite a bit. So you've got one foot as if you're walking on a tightrope. And what I notice when my eyes are closed is I can really feel how strong my feet and legs are reacting to my balance. So maybe you tune into that. First of all, could you nod your head with your eyes open? Do you feel how your feet are sort of adjusting? Remember to breathe. Could you turn your head to say no? Make it very gentle movement, not too big a range. Or could you bring ear to shoulder? A little side to side. And then it's up to you. Either try that again with your eyes open or give it a shot with your eyes closed. Breath is flowing. All right, we can open our eyes, come back into center, and give things that little shake out whatever you can. We are going to do a little bit of a lunge today. I think that would feel really nice. And put a yoga pose or two to the test with the gentle movement of the head. Again, you can use the chair, hold the back of the chair if you want to. I'm not going to do that just so you can see what I'm doing, and I feel like the challenge. So you can take a leg back. It doesn't matter which, but if you want to hold the chair, it's probably the furthest away from the chair. But that's up to you. So taking a leg back, we'll do a little for the foot. So you're going to lift and lower the heel of the back foot. It's a nice push off that we use every day in walking. But definitely when I close my eyes with things, I can really be more aware of my feet, right? You can really feel the feet have to have their own little eyes and brain. All right, so we've got that nice, the back heel lifted nicely. Let's reach up into the lunge. We are lungers. Whichever leg is back, take the same side arm and draw it across a little bit the other side. So you get that lovely stretch all the way down the side of the body. Keep a good flow with your breath. Okay, bring the arms back to point to the ceiling. And then notice here, could you look up? And could you look down? Could you look up? And could you look down? Bring the head in a central position. Could you close your eyes for a moment? Super. Release the arms down. We're going to come into a balance, into tree pose. So whichever leg's forward, we're bringing the back leg up, coming into tree pose, and explore the balance here. So tree pose with eyes closed, is it possible? Even for a second? Eyes open. Could you turn the head gently one way? Gently turn the head the other way. Coming back into center, could you change gravity by lifting the arms? And again, possibly, could the head look up? And the head come back to center and release the arms. Wow. Good fun to play and test your balance, I hope. Anything hurts or feels unsteady, obviously back off. All right, so I'm going to do that same sequence, our lunge and tree pose with little head movements to the other side. So whichever leg was back before, take the other leg back, and you're into a basic leg lunge. And I'm going to warm up all of those joints of the feet so they're really on board by dropping the heel back and lifting the heel into a high heel shape. And maybe you don't want to use the chair to do that. So really getting all of our lower limb joints malleable but strong. And that's what we need for lunge. I've seen many people struggle to do a lunge position because of the foot. So are you active in the foot? Front knee is also bent about 90 degrees, so we're nice and strong in the quad. And then let's go into our lunge. Reaching up. You want that extra little stretch into the hip flexor. Draw the same side arm across as the leg that is back. Enjoy your breath. Good. Bring both arms to point toward the ceiling. And within lunge, can you do a gentle head movement? So gently looking up and down. Maybe trying that again. Bringing the head to neutral. Maybe you could close your eyes for a second. I don't know. Super. All right, we're going to come up to tree pose to balance in tree pose. Again, do you need to hold the chair? Hold the chair. Use a finger to touch the chair, or maybe nothing there and your freestanding balances. And maybe you want to explore a second of closing your eyes or 2 seconds. And then perhaps what if you are able to turn your head in tree pose? All right. Be a biped once more. Give it a little shake out. All right. I think we'll do a nice little downward dog at the chair. And I like using the chair for these sort of semi-sun salutations, actually. So give it a stretch with downward dog. Nice big stretch to the back of the legs, also to your shoulders, the back. Mm. Then we can turn our gaze to the back of the chair and we'll walk up to the chair and into an upward dog, which will mean lifting those heels nice and high, lifting your chest, lifting your chin. Super. Head returns to center, heels come down. We're going to do a kind of a chair pose coming up into an upward dog. So widen across your bottom into chair pose. Maybe you've got one arm forward or both, depends how you feel. Be happy, breathe. It's all fun. Then you don't have to hold the chair, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to touch the chair, come up, lift my heels and lift my chin. Ready to come back into chair pose, heels down, arm or arms or something forward. Super, ready to come back into upward dog. Ooh. Chair pose. I wonder if I could do it without touching. I might try it. I'm scared. I think I am a bit actually. All right, let's try upward dog. Maybe I won't hold on. Oh, that went better than I thought. Great. Down we go into chair pose. And one more time, we could go into upward dog. Super. Heels down. Give everything a shake out. We're coming back into our chair. I hope that's given you a nice little standing workout, or rather standing balance workout. Okay, we can use a strap here for a good classic stretch the back of the legs, but we'll focus a little bit on the twist and the turning of the head in this pose too. All right, so we'll put the strap around the ball of the right foot and give yourself a nice little hip joint warm up. How can you knee your nose? I don't know. Kiss your knee. All right, then we're ready to kick out, push out, push out, push out, and sit up tall. Excellent. Drawing the toes towards you. And we'll take the strap in the same side as the leg that's extended, the knee that is extended, and take the leg out to the side, take the arm out to the side, and turn your head to look at your hand. Let's try that little turn of the head all the way to the other side, turning the head around. I'm definitely getting owl-like now. Turn the head all the way to look at the back hand. And one more time, turning the head all the way, all the way. Great, bring everything back into center. Cross the leg over and we're in our twist. Guess what we're going to do? Take the arm back and turn the head. Let's see how much freedom, range of motion we have now as we turn the head to look over the other shoulder. And turn the head to look at the hand at the back. And one more turn. And everything comes back to center. Super, lift the leg just that little bit, reaching up, maybe even coming forward. Find your stretch, wherever it may be. Great. And we can let that leg come down. Super duper duper. Shall we do the other side? Why not? We only have the two to do. So first of all, explore a little bit of your hip joints freedom. And when I'm doing this, I'm also, very keen to then push out and feel the leg activate. So it's the muscles are working while you're actually stretching. Find just the spot that you can sit up tall. And then we will take the leg out to the side. You can maybe take this leg a little wider. And then let's find that lovely big diagonal stretch. And turn the head to look at the hand. You know the ropes by now. Could you turn the head the other way? And turn it back. Nice and soft and easy in the jaw. So you're not restricting movement as you turn the head again. And turn the head back. Lovely. Bring that back across. The strap is going to come into the other hand. Take the leg across. We know what to do. Into seated twist. Lovely full breaths. As we then still explore that last little bit of movement for the head, turning and turning back, gliding in the beautiful atlantoaxial joint. You know what that one is. And one more little turn. Wonderful. Bring everything back into center. Maybe just lift one more time, little extra stretch, sitting tall or leaning a little forward. Ah, great. And let it go. Let's take the legs a little wider. Circle it out. Good job, good job, good job. We're going to find the right forearm onto the right thigh. Sweep the left hand down. Follow with your eyes as the arm goes all the way up, looking up. Hold the pose, but turn the head to look down at the knee. And all the way back up. And one more little turn. All the way back up. Let's bring the other side down to the knee. Open it out, nice twist, turning the head, eyes soft. Head turns to come down. Head looks up. And again, head comes down. Head looks up. Everything back into center. We can bring the feet a little closer, bringing the hands to the heart. We're going to take our intentions high for the rest of the day. Follow with your eyes, lifting the chin, big stretch up. And then bringing the hands to the heart and the eyes gently following down to the fingers. Taking a juicy breath, sighing it out. We made it. I hope. So everybody, I hope, is still upright and not collapsed in a heap off the floor on the floor through their balance exercises. So I hope you have fun trying that. I enjoy playing with balance like that. It's the small little movements that can often be little devils. So I hope you had fun. Namaste, everyone.